Hey. Let's get all set up here. This is our first time going live, so it's a little grainy. We'll have to switch it up, do a little different. Go with the phone next time. This is a little laptop, so we'll give a few minutes. Today, going to talk about actually doing a reconciliation work so we can get your man back or your woman back. So we're going to show you how simple it is for you to do your own work. And as you can see, we got a nice couple here. But we're going to talk about it, go through it, and if you guys got questions, you can go through and add it on there. But we'll wait for a few minutes for everybody to come on. So just wanted to let everybody know that we're going to be doing more videos like this. We're going to be doing a little bit more live streaming, so that way you can get to know us a little bit better, and also you can ask us questions and have that personal one-on-one contact that you guys are wanting to have. So we appreciate you and want to make it a little bit more accessible for us. So we'll wait till about the 2-minute mark. We'll get started. If people jump on, that's totally fine. That's cool. They can come back and take a look at it and watch this. So. All right, we're at the 2-minute mark. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, everyone, my name's TJ, and I'm part of Three Crows Conjure, if you don't know already. My wife Amanda and I, we started this company to help everyone so that way they can have access to high quality products and some true authentic type of products. And we wanted to have it accessible not just for us, but for you guys. So anyways, what we're going to be talking about today, also, if you get a chance, please, if you have not already, like, add, subscribe, and share our channel, because we need to get to over 100 people so we can change the URL to Three Crows Conjure from the standard that they have for YouTube. So we'll be coming up with new giveaways too coming up too. So stay tuned for that. But let's get back to our topic. Our topic today we're going to talk about is actually about reconciliation, how to get your partner back, how to get the person that you wanted to be with back with you. So we have a candle working that's very simple to do that we're going to walk you through and show you how to do it. And if you have questions, you can feel free and ask in the chat box, or if you want to send a message after the live video is over, we'll answer those too as they come in. So don't feel like you can't ask questions after this live. So, okay. Well, the first thing that we're going to talk about is how do we get our lover back? Well, as you can see right here, I have 2 candles. I have a blue candle of each, a male and a female. So we have a male over here, have a female right here, and you can do this with any type of figure-shaped candle that you want. So if we had 2 male candles, that'd be fine. If we had 2 female candles, that would be fine. If it's a female trying to get a female back, that's fine. If it's a male trying to get a male back, totally fine. Same thing works for both. And also, if you wanted to do multiple partners, not just the one partner, you could do that too. So, all right. Hey, AJ, how are you? Thanks for joining us. So what we're talking about here is that we have our petition that I'm not going to show you guys because it's a petition for someone. And what we do is what we'll, just so you know, if you want to do the petition for yourself, you take the petition and you'll write your name down 5 times on the piece of paper. So imagine this is the piece of paper. You're going to write the name down 5 times of you. And then after you write your name 5 times, you're going to turn it like this. And then you're going to write 5 times down, reconcile with 5 times. Okay. Now, after you've done that, what you're going to do is turn the petition one more time. And what you're going to have is your name is going to be upside down. You're going to write the person's name that you're going to want to reconcile with and cross that over your name. So what we're doing is we're making a petition that basically says, TJ reconciles with Amanda. Easy enough, right? But you're crossing their name over your name, so that way you have it that you're sealing the deal that you want the reconciliation to happen between the two of you guys. So after you do that, you're going to want to dress that petition with a reconciliation oil. And you can get that from us at Three Crows Conjure. You can get it from your local Botanica. You can get it from any type of store that sells hoodoo type products. Now, what you'll do is you'll dress each corner with a 5-spot. And if you don't know what a 5-spot is that's literally you're taking each corner of the petition and you're going to go clockwise. You're going to start in the top corner, go over to the right, and then you'll go down, and then you'll go across, and then you'll put one in the middle. So it looks like the 5 points on an actual die or dice, whichever you call it. And then what you'll do is you'll place that underneath these two candles. So what we're going to do here, just so we seal these candles down, we're going to take the female candle here that has been dressed with reconciliation oil after I carve the name of the person on there. And what we do is we're going to actually heat up the bottom with this. So we're going to take and heat up the bottom. I'm going to do that off camera because it's a little lower down here. And you can use any type of reconciliation herb that you want. We're wanting to inflame some passion into this bad boy. So I will tell you the herb of choice that I used for this is actually Damiana. Now, some states, Damiana is illegal. So just be aware that you'll want to check and make sure that you can get Damiana where you're at. Louisiana is one of those crazy states where Damiana is illegal because some people in the past were using it to smoke to get high. So just let you know, crazy laws. I think they're talking about actually reversing it, but I'm not a politician. That's their problem, not mine. But you can use any type of love herb in this situation. I personally like to get the sparks going and get the booty flowing in the bedroom. So we like to use Damiana to get that job done. So we have reconciliation oil on this candles, and then we also have the Damiana. Okay, so I'm going to take my face and kind of focus here on this a little bit so you guys can see that. So we have our two right here, right? They're both facing each other. We're all happy. What's going on? And now, how we're going to do this is we're going to actually use herbs that are for reconciliation to kind of create a center focal point for this. Now, one thing I like to do is to actually, hey, Miss Yelly, hey, Melissa, nice to join us. Thank you. For this reconciliation, I like to use what's called balm of Gilead buds. Now, this is a very sweet, fragrant bud. A lot of people call this actually the Adam root or Adam from the Adam and Eve because the actual orchid is actually illegal to get anymore because it is an endangered species. The balm of Gilead bud is one of the most classic buds to use for reconciliation. Almost everyone that I've ever seen that's tried to reconcile somebody uses balm of Gilead buds to actually do this. We sell these by 1 ounce in our shop if you guys ever need to get them because it's kind of hard to find these, but good God, do they smell good. They have a very vanilla fragrance to them, and it's very sweet aroma to them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 4 of these bad boys, okay? Now, one thing I do that this is a little secret that I'm sharing with you guys. I will take these 4 buds and I will ask and pray over and have the spirits actually bless these to reconcile this couple together, to bring them together as one, so that way they can be together for their highest and greatest good, and also to make sure that it is completely justified for them to come back together, that they may grow and have a loving and caring relationship forever and ever. So now that we've done that, here's the little trick. We're going to create a crossroads between them. So what we did is we're going to place a balm of Gilead bud on each side. And then we have one right here and right here. So what we've done is we've made an X like this with the balm of Gilead buds right down the middle. What we've done is we are creating a center point for the spirits to actually come together in the crossroads, to actually make this working happen, to actually bring these couple together, to actually make them have success in this work. If we don't work in the crossroads right here, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to have success from this type of work. 9 times out of 10, I said it because sometimes we have sheer dumb luck. But I wanted to let you guys know we try to make sure that you have the most success in your work that we do for you. So that's why we're doing this. Hey, y'all got any questions so far that you have for this? So just to let you know, so far we do have Damiana reconciliation oil, and we just created a crossroads to do our working here in the middle for the spirits to have that. Now the next herb that we're going to take is one of my personal favorites. This is called spikenard. All these herbs are available. This has got an amazing woody scent to it. It's very earthy, very sexual based, but also very good love herb. Now what we're doing with the spikenard is we are actually encircling that love and caring and sexual relation around these guys. Now, if you don't have spikenard, that's okay. You can use something else. You can use any type of love herb you choose or reconciliation style. Spikenard is actually one that we use in our reconciliation oil, so it's one that we recommend you to use. And you can make this any way you want. You can doll it up. I just like to make sure to keep the crossroad intact. You can just sprinkle it if you want. You don't have to doll it up. It just depends on what you like to do for your work. As you can imagine, I'm not too foo-foo-y. So I just like to make sure to get the work completed and make sure that we have the highest success for it. So that's our spikenard that we have here. And then we're going to ask the spirits to bless the spikenard to make sure that spikenard brings this couple together to help it to do its job, to actually make sure that this couple is able to reconcile, to actually look past their differences and to make it happen so that way they can come together as a loving and caring couple. All right. So we got some other good herbs that we use for reconciliation. One of my personal favorites that I like to use is violet. A little low on the violet there, so we'll have to get some more. Now with violet, I like to make the love on both sides. So what I do is I will take violet, and there's a lot of good books out there about using different herbs and whatnot for working with hoodoo, working with witchcraft, if that's your bag, either one. I prefer hoodoo, that's just my gig. But you can find out what these herbs are used for, and you can find out how you can work with the plant spirits of those. If you want to know more about actually learning about plant spirits, there's actually some really good books out there. One of my personal favorites is by Christopher Penczak called The Plant Spirit Familiar, that actually gets you in tune with working with the actual plant spirits. But you'll see here is what we're doing is just going along both sides, so that way we encompass that love and that reconciliation. So there we go. There's our violet. Now, what better herb to go with than with pink roses? We're going to use pink rosebuds for this one. This is about making it pretty right here. Some people will sprinkle these around. I like to get them out of the way. They tend to burn, and we don't want to cause a fire on the plate as much as possible. So what we do is we will put the rosebuds on the edge of the plate as much as possible out of the way. These do catch fire, and they are flammable, and they cause a lot of issues. So with the rosebuds, put them as close to the edge as you can. Can y'all see that okay? Okay, let's see here. You see that? So we have them right here along the edge. It's probably hard to see there, but that's where we're at there. Okay. This camera really sucks, doesn't it? All right. So now that we have this for our reconciliation, what we're going to do next is we're going to actually take 4 candles, and we're going to create, not just in the crossroads, we're going to actually make the outside of the crossroads, and we're going to actually basically put up a protection barrier on this, so that way nothing can bring harm to this working. Nobody's outside influences can influence this working. So what I like to do is to encircle it with love. So I'm going to use actually pink candles with this to try to actually make sure that the love is encircled inside the middle. So we're talking about reconciliation. We're wanting to make sure that we bring nothing but love and happiness to this couple. So we're going to do that next. So hold on, let me get some candles. What do you think so far? Cheesy as hell? All right, here we go. So what y'all think so far? We having a good time? You guys got any questions? We got our pink candles. We make our candles from scratch for the chime candles. So just wanted to show you that. These look a little light. They're a light pink. So that's for love. So we're going to put these bad boys on here. This lighter is dead. Blue is the color for reconciling, for bringing love. It's also for healing. So that's why we use blue. Blue is a hoodoo, very common color for reconciliation. It's the most traditional one for reconciling for hoodoo, but it's also for healing. Blue is universal for healing. So we're wanting to heal that love, and we're wanting to bring them back together. So that's why we use blue. Great question. If you want to use another color, you can. I would recommend, if you're going to use a different color, use white. If you want to use yellow for success, you could do that. I would use blue if much as possible. You're welcome. Bear with me. I'm getting these chime candles on here. All right. So, magic doesn't have to be difficult. I wanted to make sure you guys know that too. Magic is something where it has to be effective. You have to do it with a purpose, and you have to know that you're doing it with success is your end goal. If you go through and try to do this and try to bring back a lover, but you're holding on to the magic as well, I want to let you know 9 times out of 10 you're going to have issues, because what you're doing is you're doing the old-fashioned praying and worrying. And when you do that, what you're doing is you're actually saying, I want this, but I don't want you to take care of it for me. I just want to talk about how I want this. I want this. So whenever you're doing this work, what you need to do is focus your intentions, focus what it is you're doing. Don't tell anybody about what it is that you're doing, and then let the spirits do the work for you. And know that they're going to make it successful for you. When you do this, that's when you will get the most success out of your work as well. So I'm going to show you guys real quick so you can take a look and see. Let me know what you guys think. What we have here, as you can see, is you have 4 candles, one in each corner that's encircling and protecting this for love. And we have the crossroads in the middle here, so that way you can get the most success from this work. Very clean, very easy, very simple, and it's something that you guys can do yourselves if you want to. Now, I'll let you know, obviously, we can do the work for you. That's not a problem, but you're going to have the most success doing this type of work yourself. We can do it for you. That's not a problem. If you don't have access to these things, that's something we can do. We usually charge for this working right here. I do believe it's $275. So if it's something you're interested in having done, let us know. Also, I'll let you know we do offer all these supplies that you see here. Everything that we use is for sale. So don't feel like we're holding out and there's stuff on here that you can't get. Even the Balm of Gilead buds are something that we sell at our site. So I'm going to open it up to you guys for questions. Feel free and ask. And I'm going to go take this over to the altar. I'll be right back and we'll go with more questions that you guys have. And we can talk about anything. Don't think that we just have to talk about reconciliation. We can talk about other stuff too. So put some questions in there and I'll answer away for you. Be right back. Take photo, grab it. All right. I'm back. So now we got that going. So what questions do you guys have? I know AJ asked about colors for candles. As far as that goes, is there anything you guys particularly want to learn about or have questions about? Agrimony. Agrimony is a very great herb. One of my personal favorites. We actually carry agrimony like no other. Agrimony is great for protection, but I will tell you it's also an amazing cleansing herb. We actually use agrimony in our purification bath when we make it. So if you haven't seen agrimony, what it looks like, thank you very much, by the way, James. This is what agrimony looks like. It's a very fine herb. It's kind of itchy, just to let you know, but it's very powdery. It's a great herb to use for purifying. I'll tell you, to cleanse your head, one thing that's really good to do is to use agrimony, hyssop, and rue. And what you'll do is you'll take a tablespoon of each of those and actually put those into a tea strainer. And what you can do is you can actually use that and make a tea and make a cleansing bath with that. So that's a really good one. Wash your head with it. So if you're having a lot of confusion going on, or if you're having a lot of issues with not knowing what's the right thing to do, take that and actually pour that over your head. And then what you'll do is after you do that, you'll um, you'll wrap your head in a white cloth after you do, because you're cleansing your aura, cleansing your crown, doing all that with those three herbs. So great question. Thank you, Melissa. I'm glad you found the perfect house. That's awesome. Yeah, we're doing great, Rodell. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you. We're doing great. We're going to have a lot more stuff. Welcome. Thank you, Gene, for finding us. We're going to be doing more, and we like to have interaction with you guys too. So, really excited that you guys are all on board. I know that you've had some issues, some of you in the past, of finding people that were legit, and I'm here to promise you that you've came to someone that I don't say we're the legit, because we're just here. We're root workers. We're honest people that try to help, and we're here to do what's right, which is to help you guys to get through the issues and blockages. So we've been doing this, just so if you're new here, we've been doing this since 2015 with Three Crows Conjure, but we've been working together doing things, my wife and I, for quite a while. Um, we actually met at a metaphysical shop, just so you know. And I had questions. I went in there and she was working, and that's how we ended up meeting. So, well, definitely thank you guys. I appreciate you. I know we're at the 27-minute mark. Did you guys have any particular questions that you wanted to find out more about? I encourage you, if you hadn't had a chance to watch this video, please go back later on and watch it. It's really simple. It's very easy. We want to show you magic doesn't have to be difficult. It's something that everybody can do. You just have to know what it is as far as what you're working with. Some of the best resources that you can find, just so you know, are online to find out about different herbs and how to work with them. But I'll tell you, one of my personal favorite books that is one of the, I call it the OG of herbal books, is Kat Ironwood from Lucky Mojo. She has a book called Hoodoo, Herb, and Root Magic. And it's one of the very, very first books that you can find as far as your journey to find out how to use herbs in the hoodoo community. There's all kinds of different ways to do it. There's some that are from, you'll find the name Harry Hyatt, and he was someone that actually was more scholarly, trying to go around the country to find out about old school hoodoo from the backwoods. And what you'll come to find out is some of the things that he found out, it was just what people were doing. We're basically telling him hooey balooey to actually just get him out of there, so that way they didn't bother him and try to take from the African American community that was using their hoodoo and their Southern conjure to actually use it for them. And they didn't want someone to come in and to take it from them. So some things you'll find on there that are very, very bizarre, but hey, they're in there. So, well, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. That means a lot to us that you said our work's impressive. Um, we'll stay tuned here. I just want, feel free to, if you guys want, on our Facebook page, you can, if you got any questions you want to ask us, or if you want to ask us on here on YouTube, that's fine too. We want to know what you guys want to know about next, so that way we can kind of help you guys out and gear it towards you. I know reconciliation is one that's very common that people want to know about. Um, I'll tell you, we'll just keep going, and then if there's any questions you guys have, feel free, go ahead and ask. Communication, very good. Well, we will talk about that on our next one, AJ. Basic, you can do at home. Okay. One thing I don't know if you have access to, AJ, the one that I really recommend as far as herbs go, I don't know if they have actually carry it over in India, but try to see if you can find you what's called deer's tongue, DEER apostrophe S, and it's TONGUE. That is really good for communication. It's a herb that's specific for communication. Having good communication. If you can do that, that would be one that I would recommend. Something simple, I'll just give you the spout out that you can do at home for communication and basically sweetening up your lover about that. What you can do is take a little small jar. It doesn't have to be a big jar. It can be a small jar. Let me show you guys one. Hold on. This right here, this is what we call a 4-ounce jelly jar. Okay. Now, with this has been worked for quite a while. Now, if you see right here, it's pretty loose. See how that's real loose and liquidy in there? Well, this is actually about 10 months old. Now, I'm going to tell you, why am I still using this? Why am I working this jar still? Well, this jar right here is actually for money, and it's for me. So, what you can do is actually use a sweetener jar to actually sweeten up your spouse. Now, remember the Balm of Gilead buds that we talked about, right? Well, we could use those Balm of Gilead buds, put those in here, and you can use corn syrup. Corn syrup is a thickener that's really good. You can add that. And what I like to do is put some rum in there with that and then make a little petition like we did for the reconciliation. But you can do for just putting your spouse's picture or whoever you're trying to get back their picture. And what you can do is put that, write their name down 5 times, and then you'll put whatever you want, like on their picture on the back, but it sweetens up, nice to me, treats me with well thoughts, loving, caring thoughts, communicates with me on the regular. You could petition it by saying your name, and then you could turn it, say communicates loving thoughts with me, and then put his name or whoever's name over that. So, excuse me. All right, I'm missing some. I didn't get a chance to look. I was talking my butt off. So, okay. Basic, okay. So what's in here? This one's very basic. Definitely, you can do corn syrup and rum for this. This one for money, I like to do something different. I actually like to use the best quality maple syrup that I can get. I get the AAA grade maple syrup because the better the quality, the better the results I'm going to get. Now, why do I not use honey for this? Honey will crystallize. It will actually constrict, and we don't want your money flow stopping. We want it to flow. So every time I shake this bad boy, guess what? I'm visualizing sales coming in, baby. I want new sales all the time. I want people to bring me the money. So that's what I'm doing when I do this. So another thing you can do is actually use maple syrup, and then you could use other things like money drawing oil. I put that in this one. I've got money drawing rice in here. I've got herbs like patchouli. I've got a little bit of alfalfa in here. And there can't really see them too much anymore because this is 10 months old. So it's why it looks dark, dark brown. But that's what's in here for those things. Hi, Angie. Sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I'm just talking, just kind of sharing with you guys. Yeah, we'll be doing a lot more on basically doing that. We may do a get a job for our next one. Thank you, guys. And but back to the whole thing about communication, you could put deer's tongue in here with that. You could put in here the Balm of Gilead buds. You could put in there the corn syrup. But the big thing is put the petition in there and focus on you two communicating. And then when I do is I'll shake this up. And then with the communication, I like to do yellow candle on top, like a little 4-inch candle. And I will light the top of that. You can see right here, there's wax kind of. Let's see. You see how there's right there? We light candles on top of there, and when they're done, then we take them off. And we pull the wax back because it'll get really, really gross looking from all the wax on top. But yeah, we can do that work for you. We have actual workings on our site. If you guys go to threecrowsconjure.com, Missy Ellie, just so you know, we actually have different jars that are on there. that you can see under our root working. So, and we actually give you an option, just so you know, of reworking it. We're not like your normal company that when we do jars, most places will only work the jar for about 7 to 10 days, and they'll charge you $350 for it. And that to me is like, oh my God, what the hell are you doing? And instead, what we will do is we actually, for $150, we will make the jar for you. We will work it for you for 30 days. And then at the 30 days, we'll let you know, we'll evaluate it, see how things are going with you. And we give you the option, if you want to pay another additional $99, you can actually pay that to have the jar worked for an additional month. So the thing is this type of work is a little bit slower. It's just, it takes time to build up the energy. Like I said, I've been working this for 10 months, and every time I shake it, that's when I have money start coming. So I've already heard our phone. We got an order come in as I was doing this video right here with doing the shaking of the jar. So it works. So yes, we have devil's nuts. Those are awesome. I love devil's nuts. Ours actually come from Bulgaria too, just so you know. They're the traditional. That's where our devil's nuts come from. Well, thank you guys. It's been an honor. Like I said at the very beginning, we're trying to get to over 100 people for our YouTube channel to subscribe to. So if you could share it with your friends, we can actually change the name of our YouTube channel at that point. I think we had about 77 last time I checked. So we're getting closer. What we're trying to do is make the YouTube channel the youtube.com/3crowsconjure instead of the one that they give you that's like youtube.com ABCD R215698. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We just want to make it so it's easier for people to get to and they know us. So well, thank you. I appreciate you guys. And if you got any questions, like I said, don't hesitate. Oh, and just so you know, we are going to be updating the website. We're going to be changing it around and making it easier to access the different stuff. And there's going to be changes on there. So we'll have a lot of things coming up here soon that'll be making changes. And we're going to be offering a whole lot different products. So those will be coming up here. Hi, guys. Nice to meet you, Pammy. So I'm glad you guys are getting on here and interacting with each other. Glad to see everything's taking place. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot us up. Have a great day. And Lord, if you need to email us, if you got questions or want to find out about work, or if you want to do a root work consultation, we do offer those. Ours are $50, and they usually last anywhere from a half hour to an hour, depending on what your needs are. We just want to make sure it's successful for you. So if you got questions from there too, we really appreciate it. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to take off. I'm going to head off here. We're going to go spend some time with the family on Saturday. So you guys take care, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.